You want Mari to open up?
Sure. Tell us about how it felt to score 1,000 points, and I hear you might not have known going into the game.
Well, I didn't know at first, but this girl, her name is Destiny, that comes to our games. She DM'd me last game after UTSA. After UTEP, and she's like, did you know you were 1 point away from 1,000 points? I was like, I had no clue. So coming into the game, I just knew, I said, I just got to get one more point.
And you did.
Yes, sir.
Yes, she did. Yes, she
Plus
did.
10.
Plus 10. Yes, plus 10. Yeah. But tonight was a game where we started slow, obviously, and we allowed them to set the tone and gain momentum. But once we regrouped and found our way on the defensive end, we were able to settle into the game, work our way back, take the lead, and didn't look back, from that point. But you have to give credit to FAU with everything that they went through to even get to today. It speaks volumes for them to start a game the way that they did and be in the game for as long as they were. But we have to make sure that we do a better job of understanding what's in front of us in terms of opportunity and take advantage of it, regardless of who it is that we're playing. But I have to tip my hat to the young women tonight. They definitely pulled out a victory that we needed. We're on a 3-game win streak when it comes to our home court, and I hope that it's something that we can continue as each game comes through here. We have Rice in North Texas coming up next. There's going to be 2 good games, 2 different styles of play. So once again, we're going to hang our hats on the defensive end.
And Asia, 10 points in the fourth quarter. She's kind of the go-to person when games are close for you.
Look, this is the beauty of her. We just had a meeting yesterday, and I told her, I said, Weezy, the beauty of you is there's nothing wimpy or weak about you. It's all about her willpower, and it's so graceful when you see it on display. Weezy is the type of individual, she can put the team on her back and will us to a win. She is an unsung MVP in my eyes. And now when you add her counterpart with Amari Young, with her being a little jumping bean, and she's just so athletic and just looks like she floats for days when she's in the air. When you match these 2 willpowers together, that's when we can do something magical on the court. And that's what you saw on display with her scoring her 1,000th point, and with Weezy just being the bull that she is for us within this program.
Y'all did not shoot well, and they stuck in a pretty good zone, a fairly aggressive zone.
Yeah. And we're going to see that. We're going to see that every game. We're going to see that. And people are going to bank on the fact that we're not going to hit shots. The iron has just been unkind to us for whatever reason. But I think there are some things that we can do to remedy that. We can move the ball better with efficiency. We cannot settle for the shot that they're giving us. If they're not coming out to the 3-point line, then go ahead and take a rhythm jumper. If they start to approach you, then you can go around. And now we can start to get to the paint. Maybe we can do a little bit more slashing. But I want my players to remain confident. The 3-point shot is something that I'm not afraid for them to take it. And I want them to shoot it when it's available. There's going to come a time when we start hitting. Then people are really going to be in trouble. So I want everyone to know across Conference USA or Division I women's basketball, we are going to take the shots that we want to take. It's still not going to be able to be enough for some teams because even when we miss, we have tremendous offensive rebounders like them. They will go hunt the ball and get it.
Asia, what was going on when it 14-2? What was going on with you guys at that point?
You talking about when we were
down?
Yeah, we knew we had to regroup. That was something that we stressed in halftime. We just knew that wasn't us. Like, I don't think it was a team that really just came out and hit us like that in the mouth. So I think it was something like, whoa, like, this team isn't gonna lay down to us. So I think it was something that we just had to regroup and we had to come out and play better.
I think I heard you on post-game radio say that you actually liked the postponement because it gave you some rest.
Yes. Hey, any rest you can get. It feels good.
Because UTEP's a long way.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yeah, but that 14-2 run, it was mainly because we were making defensive errors, and we were giving them open opportunities. The scouting report says that their post players can shoot threes, but then we gave up threes. I think we gave up 3 in the first half alone. So that was a 9. If you take those 9 points away, it's a different ball game at halftime. So we were doing things that weren't characteristic of how we play defense. We were getting lost on split game actions, and they're getting layups. We were just in a frenzy. But once we settled ourselves down, we were able to start allowing our defense to produce offense for us by getting stops, giving them one opportunity. Now we're out running. We could settle in and be strategic about our approach on the offensive end, and we worked our way back into the game.
Can you talk a little bit about Amari and 1,000 points? I mean, that's a
Yeah.
pretty. Tell me what that should mean to a college.
Well, you have 2 young women sitting up here that have scored 1,000 points in their career. And it really shows that she's talented. She's talented, and she's a force to be reckoned with. And she's playing on a team that has talent around her that is able to recognize that and just give her the ball. But when there are times that she's not getting the ball, Amari can go get it herself.
Yeah.
Her 1,000 points, I'm sure if we were to do the math and look at it from an analytical standpoint, we will see that she probably facilitated a lot of that on her own, just from her willpower and her stick-to-itiveness to go and get the ball. So Amari should be commended, and she's someone that we just had a lovely conversation yesterday, and I told her I want her to be selfish. I do. Because she is such a giver to this team in so many ways. I want her to be selfish when she get the ball. Look for herself, go and find an opportunity for herself, because it's going to be based off of her hard work.
Iggy looked a little like she was maybe pressing a little tonight.
Yeah. And you go through that. And I expected her to kind of look like this, because when you're playing your former team, there's all types of mixed emotions that you're having. I've been in that situation before. And no matter how hard you try to focus and make it seem like it doesn't matter, it matters. And it showed in her shot. She was pushing the ball. I never seen her miss long that many times. Iggy has a very nice soft stroke. The ball usually can either go straight in or dance on the rim and fall in. But tonight, it was just back of the rim, back of the rim. Everything was fast, and you could tell it was jitters, nerves, anxious, wanting to do everything right in that moment, but it just went wrong. But thank God for players, teammates like this. You know, they were able to find a way, even without her scoring the ball like we usually are accustomed to her doing, and we still came out with a win.
One last thing, you hadn't played here in a while,
Yeah.
and you really haven't played a lot of games in a while, and you've had practices that are, you weren't able to practice, and then practices with 6 or 7 players.
Yep.
It takes a while to recover from that, doesn't
It definitely does. And, the quarantine that we had to go into, that broke our rhythm. We had a tremendous momentum going. We were on a 8-game win streak before that point, and then we just had to shut everything down. No one could touch a ball. No one could lift a weight. Everyone just needed to be still, according to the doctor's orders. We're going to follow the medical advice that we're giving. Now, when we came back out, it was right back into the thick of things, and we had to get ready for games. No practices. We almost had we had shoot-around type practices. I could not try to get them in shape in a matter of 2.5 days. So I had to allow the game to do that, which meant we probably would make a lot of mistakes. I just needed to be patient as a coach and just hope for the best. And when you're talented like our group is, I can be patient because they are going to find their way. And because we are a defensive team and we're rooted in that, it helps save the day for us a lot of the times.
Well, last thing, you've got 3 games in 6 days.
Yeah.
So that's a lot.
Feels like a WNBA schedule.
Yes.
It really does, minus a back-to-back here or there. But the beautiful thing about them, we're healthy, they're strong, and they're gifted naturally. So I'm just going to make sure that I take care of them from a rest and recovery standpoint. We'll put in the time that we need to put in on the court, but then we shut everything down and get them their massages, get them their cryotherapy, get them whatever it is that they need so that they can be refreshed for the next game.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Good job, guys.
Congratulations.